Pancreatic cancer is one of the most silent and devastating types of cancer, and what many people don't know is that a simple daily mistake could be putting you at risk without you even realizing it. It may seem counterintuitive, but a common habit, which many consider harmless, can be a trigger for this deadly disease. What if I told you that this practice could be harming you right now? Every year, thousands of people worldwide receive this devastating diagnosis, and you could be one step away from avoiding it if you know what not to do. This video will reveal something few talk about, but that could save lives. Did you know that a single change in your routine could be the key to protecting your health? Pancreatic cancer is becoming increasingly common, yet the information to prevent it is still not widely shared. Today, you will understand the 5 reasons that can lead to the development of this type of cancer and how to act now to avoid this dangerous mistake. Stay until the end, because what you discover here could literally make all the difference between health and risk. Before we dive into the tips that could transform your health, have you subscribed to the channel yet? Activate the notification bell to stay up to date with all of our exclusive videos. And of course, we'd love to know, from which part of the world are you watching us? Leave it in the comments. We can't wait to see where our community is connected from. How does pancreatic cancer develop? Pancreatic cancer starts when the cells of the pancreas begin to change. The pancreas is an organ that helps us digest food by producing substances that break it down, in addition to controlling blood sugar levels. Several factors, including genetics, overall health, diet, and lifestyle, can lead to changes in these cells. When these cells alter and begin to grow uncontrollably, they can form masses known as tumors. Depending on the type, these tumors can be benign or malignant. The most common type of pancreatic cancer is pancreatic adenocarcinoma, which occurs in the ducts that carry digestive enzymes out of the pancreas. How long can you have pancreatic cancer without knowing? Pancreatic cancer often does not present clear symptoms in the early stages, making it difficult to detect. Generally, it is only discovered once it has spread to other parts of the body. Because of this, a person could have this type of cancer for 10 to 20 years without knowing it. Researchers at the Autonomous University of Nuevo León in Mexico indicate that early detection of pancreatic cancer occurs in only 10 to 20% of cases. Even when detected, the chance of surviving more than 5 years is just 5%, as this cancer progresses slowly, but very aggressively. An interesting experiment was conducted by the University of Porto, where they created an artificial pancreas using a substance called collagen. With this model, they were able to simulate the progression of pancreatic cancer over 20 years in just 2 weeks. The study showed how cancer cells attack healthy cells while growing in the same area, explaining why the disease is so dangerous and potentially lethal, even though it takes time to manifest. If your family has had pancreatic cancer, having a family history of pancreatic cancer increases your chances of developing the disease, but it's not a determining factor. Many patients with pancreatic cancer do not have a family history. However, if your parents, siblings, or children have had the disease, the risk is higher. This risk is also slightly higher if uncles, aunts, or grandparents were affected. In addition, certain genetic conditions and a history of other types of cancer can increase the risk. Knowing your family history is essential for getting preventive screenings and trying to detect the disease early. And what about coffee? Does it cause pancreatic cancer? Since the 1980s, many studies have been conducted to investigate whether coffee consumption is related to pancreatic cancer. The conclusion, according to specialists in pancreatic surgery from a renowned hospital in China, is that drinking coffee does not increase the risk of developing this disease. On the contrary, it may even help prevent it, thanks to the components in coffee that combat cellular aging. Coffee may help the body repair DNA, eliminate damaged cells, and reduce inflammatory processes. However, it is advisable to consume coffee in moderation and pay attention to what is added to it, such as sugar, since these studies do not cover those aspects. 5 modifiable risk factors for pancreatic cancer. There are certain risk factors for pancreatic cancer that you can alter by adjusting your lifestyle. Exposure to chemicals. Working with cleaning chemicals or in the industry can increase the risk of pancreatic cancer. Using proper protection, such as masks, or considering a job change can help reduce this risk. Diabetes. People with type 2 diabetes face an increased risk of pancreatic cancer, as the disease requires the pancreas to work harder to control blood sugar levels. Controlling or preventing diabetes with diet and exercise can reduce this risk. Tobacco consumption. Smoking cigarettes and other forms of tobacco, including vapes, is one of the biggest risks for developing pancreatic cancer. The chemicals and toxins inhaled while smoking can damage pancreatic cells, increasing the risk of cancer. About 25% of pancreatic cancer cases are linked to smoking. Chronic pancreatitis. Prolonged inflammation of the pancreas, known as chronic pancreatitis, can lead to cancer. Avoiding alcohol and tobacco, maintaining a balanced diet, and following medical treatment are ways to manage and potentially modify this risk factor. Overweight and obesity. Being overweight can negatively affect the functioning of the pancreas, which regulates blood sugar through insulin. Obesity, especially abdominal fat, can cause chronic inflammation in the pancreas, raising the risk of cancer. 4 non-modifiable risk factors for pancreatic cancer. Family history. Individuals with family members who have had pancreatic cancer are at higher risk. In some families, there may be a gene that predisposes to the disease. Age. The risk of pancreatic cancer increases with age, particularly after age 45, with the average diagnosis occurring at 70 years old. Genetic mutation related to chronic pancreatitis. Chronic pancreatitis resulting from an inherited genetic mutation can significantly increase the risk of pancreatic cancer for those affected. Gender. Men are more likely to develop pancreatic cancer, although this predisposition is not yet fully understood. 5 factors that can influence the risk of pancreatic cancer. In summary, while some risk factors for pancreatic cancer cannot be changed, others can be modified through lifestyle adjustments. By being aware of these factors and making healthy choices, individuals can potentially reduce their risk of developing this serious disease. Infections. Certain bacterial infections in the digestive tract, especially those that cause chronic conditions and prolonged inflammation, can increase the risk of pancreatic cancer. These infections can alter the cellular environment in the pancreas, predisposing the cells to cancerous changes. Maintaining good hygiene and properly treating any digestive infections can help minimize this risk. Alcohol. Excessive alcohol consumption is linked to a variety of health problems, including an increased risk of chronic pancreatitis, an inflammation of the pancreas that can evolve into pancreatic cancer. Chronic pancreatitis is a significant risk factor, and limiting alcohol consumption can be an important strategy to reduce this risk. Sedentary lifestyle. Physical inactivity negatively affects glucose metabolism and overall health. Sedentary behavior can lead to weight gain and obesity, which are associated with a higher risk of several diseases, including pancreatic cancer. Maintaining an active lifestyle with regular exercise helps keep a healthy body weight and promotes proper pancreatic function. Diet. Diet plays a crucial role in the prevention of many diseases, including pancreatic cancer. Diets rich in saturated fats, red and processed meats, and high in sugars and refined carbohydrates can contribute to increased risk. On the other hand, a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins can help reduce this risk by providing essential nutrients and antioxidants that protect the body's cells. Coffee. Coffee is a popular beverage that has been studied for its potential protective and risk effects on various health conditions. While some studies suggest that coffee's components may have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects that protect against pancreatic cancer, others indicate that excessive consumption, especially with added sugar, could increase the risk. Therefore, moderation and attention to sugar intake are recommended. 7 warning signs of pancreatic cancer. Itchy skin. Itchy skin is a direct result of the accumulation of bilirubin mentioned earlier. When levels of this pigment become too high, the skin may become irritated, causing intense itching that is difficult to relieve with creams or medications alone. Sudden onset of diabetes. The pancreas is responsible for producing insulin, the hormone that regulates blood sugar levels. A tumor can damage the cells that produce insulin, leading to the sudden onset of diabetes, especially in people with no prior history of the disease. Symptoms like excessive thirst, constant hunger, and frequent urination may indicate this condition. Jaundice. Jaundice is the yellowing of the skin and the whites of the eyes. This sign occurs because the tumor in the pancreas can block the duct that carries bile to the intestine, causing bilirubin, a yellow pigment, to accumulate in the blood and tissues. In addition to causing jaundice, this buildup can result in dark urine and pale stools. Digestive disorders. When the pancreas does not produce enough enzymes, the body struggles to digest fats and other nutrients, which can result in gas, bloating, diarrhea or constipation, loss of appetite, and unintentional weight loss. These symptoms can be confused with less serious conditions, but if they persist, it's crucial to consult a doctor. Changes in stools and urine. Pancreatic cancer can alter the appearance of stools and urine. Stools may become lighter, bulkier, and oily, making them harder to pass, indicating that digestive enzymes are not being released properly. Urine may turn a noticeably tea-like color. Blood clots. Pancreatic cancer increases the risk of blood clots, such as deep vein thrombosis, which usually occurs in the legs. Symptoms include swelling, pain, and redness. These clots can be dangerous, as they have the potential to travel to the lungs and cause a pulmonary embolism, a medical emergency. Abdominal or back pain. Pain caused by pancreatic cancer usually manifests in the upper abdomen and can radiate to the back. This pain may intensify after meals or at night, ranging from mild discomfort to intense, debilitating pain. If you have anything to add or an experience to share, leave your comment. We'd love to hear from you. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, take the chance to do so now. And before you go, check out these 2 videos on the screen. I'm sure they'll surprise you.